Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing this gorga day? Please ignore that. I know it's a little shocking. It's been a shock to my system. I've broken out recently on my forehead as well. I did so much salicylic, BHAs, PCAs. Is the PCA a freeway? PCH. But anyway, you guys, today's video, we're gonna be doing a versus. e.l.f. versus the original product, the dupe. You know e.l.f. Cosmetics out here be duping everybody. You know they do. I did this video about a year ago where I talked about all the dupes at the time, but then in the past year, they've done more dupes I didn't talk about, so I'm not gonna be repeating dupes. These are all new dupes. Imagine drink every time I say dupe. Literally don't do that, you will get poisoned. Y'all hear those products rattling? Yeah, that's a lot of dupes. Is e.l.f. better than the original? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if the original is better, the e.l.f. version is better. Obviously, e.l.f. is a drugstore brand. They're much more affordable than the majority of these dupes. So yeah, that's what today's gonna be. As always, if you guys don't like this video, if you guys don't like me, please don't fucking watch it. No drill with that. But if you guys do like this video, if you guys like when we test e.l.f. products, if you guys like the gays.
What's the biggest thrill of your career so far?
The gay community.
Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. But yeah, so I'll be talking like this the rest of the video. Hey, how y'all doing? So today's video, we're gonna be testing out all these e.l.f. goodies. Imagine I did that the whole time. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and do primer first, and then we'll cover up the ailments. I'm in a green zone, by the way. I've been wearing green a lot recently. I feel like it just looks really beautiful with my eyes and my complexion. So like, I've just been doing it. So should we do right, original? Right and original sound good, so we're gonna do that. Right, Tatcha Silk Canvas Liquid versus left Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. These to me are dupes. Like, these are Halo dupes, and I feel like they came for the girls. Obviously, this one is from Tatcha. This is their Liquid Silk Canvas. They came out with a silk canvas. e.l.f. duped that with a putty primer. I don't know how to do that. Like, people be spraying shit all over the face. I can't even do that. And then they came out with a liquid version, and then e.l.f. duped that too. At least this is, by the way, this is all my conspiracy, allegedly. Who knows if e.l.f. is truly out here duping? I don't want to get sued. I don't know who they're duping or what the tea is, but these are just my personal opinions. And so I'm going to use a silk canvas on this side. I love silk canvas. It's beautiful. It looks so nice on the skin. It's so lightweight, but really does a nice job at blurring your pores slightly. Nothing crazy, but it blurs them without it feeling heavy or cakey. So let's try the putty primer on this side. Very similar in consistency. I'm sorry, dude. Like, it's kind of the same shit, man. It really is. It blurs the skin. It's lightweight, just like the Tatcha one is. I could put this on my face, eyes closed, do them, and I wouldn't really know the difference. Like, consistency-wise, I really wouldn't. I feel like, for some reason, the Liquid Poreless gives me slightly more of a lifelike finish. Not necessarily glowy, because it's not glowy, but it just gives me a little bit more of a subtle sheen. But they do the same things to the pores. It looks very similar. They feel consistency similar. This one shocks me. Like, I really do believe that this is a dupe. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. Couldn't tell the difference at all. Wouldn't know a thing.
I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing.
So let's move on. I'm actually going to go ahead and do foundation. I don't have a foundation from e.l.f. that I felt was like a dupe from another foundation. So I'm going to put foundation on really quickly, and we will come back. Actually, you know what? We're going to color correct first, and then we'll put foundation on. In our corner of originals, Huda Beauty color correctors. So they have had these for a long time. And then we have these e.l.f. color correctors that are camo color correctors. Yeah, they are. I don't actually know which came out first. I don't. I just feel like they're dupes in my own mind. Imagine it's actually Huda that duped e.l.f. I'm actually not quite sure on this one, but we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of corrector on my under eye. I will say this is a peach one. That one is the cherry blossomy one. They're slightly different in color, but literally back off me. Very beautiful and diffusing. Orange on this side. You guys, they feel the same. Same coverage, same consistency. They are slightly different in application, of course. Divas. This one I really do feel like is totally a dupe. I really do. This one obviously is pink, so you can get more of a pinky under eye. This one is more on the like peach side. I don't know where my peach one went. I think I have duendes in my house. I do, because things be disappearing. And it don't make sense, because it's like, where would they have gone? I personally, for my complexion, for my skin tone, I like pink. I enjoy the pink. I like the cherry blossom vibe more than I do peach. 'cause I think it just does more for my complexion. I love a peach blush, and I love a pink blush, so I like the pink more. But let me go put some foundation on real quick, and I'll come back to do concealer with you. Okay, so I have foundation on. What do we think? Actually, before we do concealer, let's just use another dupe to moisturize the lips for the future of this video. Even the color, I mean, this one has more pink to it, but still, it's so similar. These are the Laneige Glowy Lip Balms with 10 grams of product. And then we have the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balms with, how much product is in here? 6 grams of product. So it's almost half the product, but it looks so similar. And I actually have not tried these yet, so I'm excited. I love the Laneige ones. I think they're incredible. I think they're amazing. Super smooth, super buttery. These are fantastic. It's super glowy. Like, these are just absolutely great products. So let's try the e.l.f. one. I'm so intrigued. Same applicator. Same color, not the same smell. It smells like grape. Okay, I don't like grape, but we're gonna go ahead and use it. They're actually very similar. I will say they're similar, but the e.l.f. side is actually a little thicker. It's a little heavier. Hold on. Can you guys see at the edges, like they're kind of gunky? Probably less product is more with these kind of things. Less is more. I will say the Laneige one is more emollient. Like it feels like it has more oils in it, so it actually feels a little bit less like thick. It feels a lot more lightweight. But this is really close. It's extremely close. It just feels a little heavier. And you can see that it was kind of gunking up a little bit when you put too much on. Both beautiful. But I actually do, on this one, I do prefer the Laneige one over the e.l.f. one. But both look kind of the exact same. It's more so about how they feel on the lip. You know what I'm saying? All right. Another product I have not used from e.l.f. that I felt like was a dupe when I saw it is this right here. This is the Flawless Brightening Concealer. And I feel like it was a dupe for the YSL Touche Éclat Concealer. You know, whenever I say Touche Éclat, I feel like I'm in front. Let me stop. Okay, so we're gonna do Touche Éclat on the right side. I'm already corrected, so I don't feel like I need actually a lot of concealer. So I feel like this would be plenty for us. Me being like, I don't think I need a lot. As I literally apply. Okay, so let's try this one. I have not tried this yet. We're gonna let that settle in. Same pen, same vibe, and this is in the shade Fair 10C. Okay, even the fucking color, consistency, overall shine is literally identical. Maybe the e.l.f. one is slightly more luminous, but like, holy shit. So the e.l.f. one is feels actually more lightweight and better for like more mature skin, and it feels almost more dewy and luminous. All right, okay, so I would definitely say this one feels more loomy. Okay, if that makes sense. This one gives me more of a glow. So the formulation is slightly different, but I will say the effect is so freaking similar. The color is so similar. As you can see, the Touche Éclat side, there's a little bit of a glow to it. This one I feel like has more glow to it. It's more luminous on this side. But still, coverage is the same. And I think that when you set it, it's gonna be this. We have some blushes, which I felt like Diva. Divalicious Diva. You cannot tell me that e.l.f. did not come out with these Camo Liquid blushes to counteract Rare Beauty's blushes. Honey. And I also felt like this color was very similar. This is in the shade Bliss. I think this is probably like my most used Rare Beauty one. Ooh. A little dollop like that. That's what we're gonna use on that side. I'm just gonna pat it in. I like Bliss because I don't feel like it's super overpowering. It just gives me more of a blushing from within kind of vibe. Very just like, oh my gosh, like you're blushing, like, oh my god. And then this shade from e.l.f. is their Dusty Rose shade. Dusty ass bitch. I have not used this shade. I've only used like the orangey one, which I loved. So we're gonna take a little bit of that. I don't know how much to use yet, so we're just gonna do a little, and we're gonna pat on and see. This is way more pigmented. The color is literally almost identical. But the pigmentation load for this specific shade is much stronger on the e.l.f. one, to be quite honest. Because I used similar amounts on both sides, but the e.l.f. one is more pigmented than the Rare one, which I actually did not think was going to happen. I think if I just built up the Rare one, I feel like this one's a little bit lighter than the e.l.f. one, but once you build it up, it's very much like almost unclockable on the face. Total dupes. Dusty Rose and Bliss. Total freaking dupes. E.l.f. knew what they were doing with that one. Honestly, I'm looking very sickening, and I really do feel like my face looks the exact same on both sides. Do you feel that? Is that what you feel as well in your third eye? Let's put some bronzer on. e.l.f. came out with the wands. They obviously were kind of coming for the Charlotte Tilbury wands vibes. The Halo ones, we have the contour ones, we have the blushy ones, and we have the highlightery ones. I don't even have the Charlotte Tilbury one, the contour one anymore. I literally got rid of it. It was just like not It's just not my tea, you guys. It's just not my tea, you know? But I do have the e.l.f. one to use just as our bronzer. For the highlight, we will be using Charlotte versus e.l.f. I will say the color is beautiful. They blend really nicely. I think that the matte ones, or like the bronzery, the matte vibes, are just better than the ones with shimmer, because for some reason, to me, I feel like the shimmer ones just dry too quickly. I just don't think they look that good. I don't like her. I think she's a bad seed on this earth.
I really just don't like her. She's a bad seed on this earth.
Regardless of the wands do work, they are nice, the bronzery contouring ones. I think everything is looking absolutely stanosha, and you can't tell me nothing. Let's go in with the highlighter-y ones. I'm just not a huge fan of the highlighter ones. I think the reason is because I just don't think that they give you like a lot of blending time. And there's just something, I don't know what, you guys, I don't know what it is about these that I just like really don't love. Even the e.l.f. one, like, does it work? Absolutely. And it's so similar in the shade too. By the way, these are absolute dupes. I think they look literally identical. And over powder, forget about it. Right now, I'm not set, so everything is looking good. Everything is like working well. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face off camera, do my brows, do a little bit of eyeshadow, nothing crazy. I don't have like a specific like palette or thing for the eyes that I felt like were real dupes. We're gonna come back and we're gonna use lip liners and lip click sticks. To me, e.l.f. was giving Dupiana with the Makeup Forever pencils when they came out with their new contour cream glide lip liners, click sticks from Tarte and then e.l.f. So we'll use that when I'm back, so I'll be right back. Do you wanna know what's so funny? I remember why I don't use the yyalllll touche cloud anymore. Because when you set that bad bitch, reflect particles start to peek through your powder, and it looks like you have little mini glitters under your eye. I completely forgot. I haven't used it in so long that I completely forgot that that's what it is. So I will say immediately right now, I prefer the e.l.f. one over the yyalllll one because I do not want little glitters under my eye. I wonder if you can see it on my phone. If I show you guys on my phone, we're gonna attempt. I'm gonna try to get you guys to see it. It's all in this area here. There's like little reflect particles. Compared to this side, there's no reflect particles. It makes me violent. You guys, I was just like shading my nose a little bit just because like of my like pimples and shit, but I feel like I made my nose look a lot larger. That's not the effect I was going for. I don't like that one bit. Okay, so I'm taking Nude Prism. I take the shade Bare from Nude Prism, and I'll put the shade Bare on the sides of my nose. We're pinching in, okay? I don't know if that looks better, to be quite honest. It's looking bulbous. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it, this is a dupe video. I don't even care. Till I call him like, oh my god, I don't care. Like, fuck it. And yet here I am trying to fix it. No, like I literally don't even care. And by the way, I only actually really set this area of my face. I didn't really set out here. I kept everything else pretty like natural finish. I only set the center. Anyway, let's move right along. Because honestly, that was a very long-winded way of saying I'm scared of my own self. I am. Although, by the way, on my eyes, I only have this. This is the I love this product. This is the No Budge Cream Shadow. I have it just on both eyes. I just tapped it on. So onto the lips. So I personally feel in my soul and even in my whole that we have dupes of Makeup Forever pencils with these e.l.f. ones. I do. And honestly, even color-wise, I have the shades. These are hard to see. We have Baddest Beige, okay? We have Baddest Beige, which is like a beige with a slightly pink undertone. I have this Makeup Forever pencil called Whatever Walnut, and I feel like they're similar. It's a little bit more pink, but you can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get away with it. It's slightly more pink, but come on. I have this shade Spill the Tea right here, and it's more of a brown shade, and it kind of reminds me, honestly, of the Morphe one. But let me see. I think Anywhere Caffeine, is it similar? No, it's not so similar to Anywhere Caffeine. I wonder if is it similar to Sweet Tea by Morphe? It kind of is, just a little bit more brown. It's called Spill the Tea, and then we have Sweet Tea. I feel like regardless, they're more so dupes for the Makeup Forever ones. But by the way, my lips feel hydrated. Both sides feel hydrated. Fantastic. Everything feels really good on my lips from the lip balms. So let's go in. I'm gonna go in with a more pinky tone. I'm gonna take the shade Baddest Beige. These are, honestly, you guys, I've used these and they are really nice. Like, I'm genuinely very impressed. Like, this is nice for a inexpensive pencil. They're actually a lot more creamy than I expected too when I first tried them, because it's in a wooden pencil form, and usually like wooden pencils aren't as creamy as like, you know, the ones in like that PVC plastic material. So let's do the Make For Everyone on this side. And you'll see these are actually not as creamy as this one. They're more like classically wooden pencil, if that makes sense. These are more classic. They're similar, shut up. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with our lippy. So we have the Maracuja from Tarte, the Juicy Plumping. So this is like, I feel like the Tarte Maracuja lippies, they really started this like wild trend, not trend, but like they really set off this kind of product in this clickable formula because there's so many brands that have it now. She Glam, About Face, so many brands have this clickable type of product now. They're very nice. They're thick. The e.l.f. one is thick. The Tarte one is thick. I think they're all like pretty darn thick, and it has a menthol sensation just like the e.l.f. ones do. I'm taking the shade Pout Tout. What? The e.l.f. shades are almost impossible to see, I'll say. Pinky Out. Pinky Out. They feel like literally almost identical on the lip. I'm not even kidding. Because they have that same thickness to them, but they're not sticky. If you put a lot of product on it, they'll become gunky and they'll kind of start webbing your lips. So a little bit goes a long way. Do not use more than you need. Like, you really don't need it. Color-wise, I like this side more because it's just slightly more cool tone than this one's more peachy. More cool, more peachy. Both are dupes of each other. The lip pencils give me such dupe vibes. Obviously, the Make For ones are a little bit more stiff. So if you like stiffer pencils, you like that really, the intense precision, definitely go with Make It Forever. And if you want to try a little dupe of a wooden pencil that's not as stiff but still really nice, the e.l.f. ones are fantastic. Same with the little clicky pens. They're so similar. Both have a cooling menthol sensation. I almost feel like the Tarte one is even more menthol-y and cooling. I think they're literally dupes. 1000%. Like, you literally can't even convince me they're not. You can't even convince me they're not dupes, to be quite honest. And that is it for all of these newer dupes in the last year. At least products I thought from e.l.f. would be dupes. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more that I could have absolutely clocked. But to me, these were definitely like products that I'm like, y'all duped them, y'all duped them. Do you guys feel like it's similar on both sides, face-wise? I will say, I actually do think that the Charlotte Tilbury one is a little bit more bright, by the way. Just as a side note, I do think it's a little bit more bright in the highlight department. But so similar. All these products are so similar. And I will say there's products from e.l.f. that I like even more than the original. And there's products that are literally almost identical. I can't even tell the difference. And there's products I actually like from the original more than the e.l.f. one. So overall, I think that e.l.f. does a great job. Their marketing department is genius, like, for being able to dupe these products. And, you know, they dupe products that are like really large brands, that really viral products going on. So it's like nice to see that they're not trying to dupe like small indie brands or smaller mom and pop brands. It's nice. I enjoy seeing that they don't do that. Like, they take on these big undertakings with big products that are, you know, very viral from huge brands, and they're not trying to like steal from the little guy, which I think is so commendable. And I hope that e.l.f. continues in that journey. That's it for today's video. If you guys had fun watching it, if you guys are interested in any of the higher end things, e.l.f. probably has a dupe for it that's just as good, if not better. Kind of ate. They kind of ate. Anyway, have a great rest of the night or day, wherever you guys are, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye. I love you. I love you. Oh my god, you guys, that's it. It's big. There's nothing like using a brow gel to keep your hair together. Did I put it on the wrong side? No, I didn't. Okay. No more modeling. That's enough for me. No more modeling. No, stop. Stop.